What is up, everyone, man? This is Dre Trades. That's right. Stock, whatever. I can't even remember the name of the show. But it's Dre Trades, and let me just make sure I'm live. I do this all the time. Okay, it looks good. Man, I told you. Oh, well, here's my... Trump did it. You know, we was thinking... We had our eyes on Powell, and we should have been looking at Trump. Yeah, that's basically today's market. So here is a 1 hour chart. You can see all the turmoil we've been having since July. When does this go back to? July 25th. That big, what is that, 800 drop down, and we've been in this range right here, right? We've been coming down. Yesterday I was talking about V. You know, as soon as we drop, we right back up, drop, right back up, drop, right back up. It did have, it was knocking on this upper resistance constantly. So even I was a believer that it was going to go through, but. I thought the Powell was going to knock it out, take it down, but it didn't. So it was rallying, and we could come up here to let's come up here to maybe a 5-minute chart, and you can see what happens right here. Here's the Powell thing. Oh, no, this first move, so much things happened today. China retaliated, whatever, and then Powell comes out. And the speech wasn't that bad. It kind of hangs out here. He's basically going to back, basically a Powell put. If the economy goes down, I'm going to go ahead and lower interest rates. I'm going to protect the economy. Then the stocks start going up. I'm like, oh, that's it, man. We're going to probably break through the highs. I think it's silly. And then Trump comes out and retaliates against the retaliation, ordering companies to get the hell out of China. So let's read that. Let's read. So here it is, man. This is his thread right here. We'll go ahead and just make it big there. As usual, the Fed did nothing. It is incredible that they can speak without knowing or asking what I am doing, which will be announced shortly. We have a very strong dollar and a very weak Fed. I will work brilliantly with both the U.S. and will do great. My only question is, who is our bigger enemy, Jay Powell or Chairman Xi? What? He's an enemy. Gosh, you picked him. Anyway, so what do we got here? Where does it go up here? Our country has lost stupidly trillions of dollars with China over many years. They have stolen our intellectual property at a rate of hundreds of billions of dollars a year, and they want to continue. I won't let that happen because he's the chosen one. I just threw that in there. We don't need China, and frankly, would be far better off without them. The vast amounts of money made and stolen by China from the United States year after year for decades will and must stop. Our great American companies are hereby ordered to immediately start looking for alternatives to China, including bringing your companies home and making your products in the USA. I'll be responding to China's tariffs this afternoon. This is great opportunity for the United States. Also, I'm ordering all carriers, including FedEx, Amazon, and UPS, and the post office, to search for and refuse all deliveries of fentanyl from China or anywhere else. Fentanyl kills 100,000 Americans a year. President Xi said this would stop. It didn't. Our economy, because of our gains the last 2.5 years, is much larger than that of China. We will keep that away. And yeah, that looks like it. So Jerome Powell is the enemy, and how could stocks go higher? It's so much uncertainty. He just threw the uncertainty rent. It's like, huh? What? I don't think he can tell companies to just come out of China. Or can he? We're about to find out. Or will they be penalty? So you probably can't tell them, but do you start taxing companies that don't? So it's like, it's so much uncertainty. So he's in the White House, supposedly, and he is talking to his trade. I was just listening to his news. So I guess he's going to come out later and say, hey, who knows? That's what I'm saying. There's so much uncertainty. Monday. Now, remember, Monday is the day that stocks like to crash, man. So, be ready. I was surprised that after all of that, the VIX is 20.39 now. I was surprised after all of that the VIX, I think it was at 17. Now it's at 20. Let's pull that up real quick. Yeah, look at the VIX spike. Okay, it went from 16 to 20. And that's a big jump. It's up 22%. And it's still climbing. Look over here to the left. That's my minute chart. I mean, yeah. You want to hold stocks over the weekend? There's going to be all kinds of back and forths. You know, companies don't like uncertainty. Stocks don't like uncertainty. Stock market don't like uncertainty. Bonds don't like uncertainty. Nothing, the bonds. Let's look at bonds. So this caused the stock market to basically, I won't call it a crash, but dive. Bonds spiking. There's your bonds. Gold doing the same. That was the 10-year, by the way. Gold doing the same. Oil plunging down 3. So the world, I mean, you're going to buy stocks in this environment? It's crazy. So this is exactly what I was talking about. And things just changed with a tweet, a single tweet. Man. There's this dude I follow on Twitter. Let me go to my home. SPS. I'm going to give him a shout out. Where's he at? I just saw. Yeah, one thing I hate about Twitter? You can't get back to where you was. Could I search for him? SPS. Give him a shout out. Yeah, Got Penny Stocks. He's at Got Penny Stocks. Where did he go? I want to find him. Just give me a minute. This is what happens when you do live videos. There he is. You saw him right there. Yeah. I want to share a tweet he put out. It says right here. Okay. Let me bring it in. Bro, I got much respect for people who day trade under this president. The in the money 290 call lost 80% in 3 minutes on a damn tweet. Yes, indeed, on a damn tweet. That's what I've been taught. That's why I'm like, I lose money with this guy. You can't trade the markets like it's supposed to trade and work when the dude just gotta go, he's gotta go, and boom, your trade is blown up. So this is why I just said, fuck it, I'm out. I'm just gonna watch what happens. But I did have shorts on, so I am making money today. I'm like, I'm just, I was just looking at the market. Let's bring up the ES, the futures here. I'm just looking at the market and I'm just like, you know what? I just think it's going down. So I'm just going to put positions in for lower 60 days out or whatever. And it's been chopping around. For the most part, I've been making, losing. This is chop. And we needed to get out of this range. Once believe it or not, after today, it's still in the range. Now it looks like it wants to test the lower end of the range down here. So it still has room to fall. By the way, Cashman, what's up? How long do you think it'll go? Hello? I think it's going to test. I think we go into this 27.75 right there where we came down, where we had that 800-point drop. I think that first drop, I think we're going to retest that low, or I should say test. The first test is a test. If we test it again, it's a retest. So I think we test that low, at least. But I don't know. The market has been very, 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 very resilient. That was my video yesterday. It just pops. It's like the plunge protection team in full effect. Okay? So I don't know. I don't know how low it's gonna go. Put it this way. Right now it's kind of hovering. It's hovering. I think today the market closed down 800 or so. Right now the Dow is down 437 outside because people don't want to go long in this weekend with so much uncertainty. Now Trump is supposed to speak. I think he's going to speak. If he speaks before the market closes, maybe he'll catch some stability on what he says. Maybe they'll think, oh, it's not that bad. But if he speaks out, who wants to go long on the weekend? Because now he's saying this. Who knows what China's going to say? We got that Hong Kong turmoil that's stirring up again in the airports. We got that going on. Oh, man, it's the stuff that I was thinking about was going on. We still got Afghanistan. We got Iran and them hijacking the tankers. So it's just so much turmoil out there. And I learned from the past, stocks just don't go higher with all of that. You just have to wait. You just have to wait until it clears up. And that's why I pulled all the money out of 401k and all that stuff. But, we're still in range here. We're down today, but this is the range, So once it breaks this range, like I said, to the upside, we was going higher. To the downside right here, yeah, then we go a lot lower. And let's pull out a 4 hour chart. And here's that low. That's that Christmas, right? Is that the Christmas one? No, that's not the Christmas one. That's way down here. This is the August 6th low. So I think we will go down to there. If it breaks that, we go to here. Right now, we're at this low. So see, right now, we are testing this low right here. Right there. Can I draw a line? We're right on it. It's kind of it's hovering down there. It almost looks like it wants to go through. I think we probably will. And then the next low, for the most part, significant low is that one. And these red lines are the Fibonacci. And then the next one is that bottom low, But he just basically opened the door for it. It's just in turmoil. It's like a wild man. Turmoil in Washington. I mean, that's what I'm calling. Those are my words. Calling your Fed chief, he's the enemy, and you just come out, and he told you, he told us that, hey, the market, there's gonna be some pain. So he almost like he knew what he was gonna do. And then 3 days ago, remember I told you, the triple Q puts, the Nasdaq basically puts were trading at 4-1. That was so unusual. It's almost like somebody knew exactly what he was gonna say. It's like 4-1. I was like, I never seen him trade like that. But even now, okay, all this turmoil. Let's look at what the Qs. Let's see what the put ratio is. And I don't look at the put ratio like that. It's 2-1 for the most part. So 3 days ago, when the market was basically going, it was 4-1 on the puts. On the Qs, a big index, not a stock, an index. That's crazy. I was like, what the hell? I tweeted about that. I'm like, huh? It just made you go, huh? 4-1, huh? And you just go. So maybe that's the government buying puts because they knew what he was gonna say. 4-1 on the Qs. That was crazy. So all those people made money, and those were people buying puts because it was 51% of those were sold on the ask, were traded at the ask price, meaning they was buying whatever they were selling them for, So that was that. Exclamation thoughts. The shit's fixing the crash. Yeah, man. I mean, you see this right here. This I'm kind of pointing to my screen where I got the little gray box on the end. That's when it breaks out of that box, man, look out. We could go down to those December lows, look out. So we still in this range, like I said, the market's been super resilient, it's just trying to catch everybody on the wrong side. It caught a lot of people today, after it has been, people, I started being convinced. I started, hey man, we about to bust through. We're about to go new highs, but I don't understand it. But I think we go to new highs. Who knows, man? We might. The end of the, I just don't know. I can't call it because the market's been trading so funny. Look at that. Look at that box. There is no way you can trade that and make money. Look at that. That's crazy. Gap down, gap up, big bar up, down. There is no way you can trade that. So you just have to wait to find out which way is it going to go. And I just made a prediction. I think it's going lower. So I put SPX put spreads on the 28, like where was we at? The 2850, let's say, to the 2700. That's it. I'm going to put that on and watch it. And I was losing money up in here. You know why? Because volatility was is contracting. See, now it's expanding, so I'm getting some of that money back. But it was contracting, so even though it was kind of going nowhere, that vol was coming out, man. So I'm like, oh, man, it's painful. But I got this yellow line here because I was like, if it busts that line, I'm out. I'm out. And look, I'm looking at the market. It's still trying to, we down 394. VIX is back below 20. You see what I mean? It's resilient. Plunge protection team. believe it or not, the VIX, for what had happened today, the VIX is not high at all. It's 19. I heard on the radio people saying, why isn't the VIX high? And someone suggested because everybody already had their protection. They already bought it, back when it was high before, and they kind of still sitting on it. I don't know, man. Here's an interesting chart. All right, think about what was just said. Hold on, let me look at exploration thoughts. And I ain't waiting. I think lower. You think lower than 08? We're going to lose 50 or 60%? So exclamation thoughts thinks lower than 08. Let me see if I can draw that. Man, you never know. After 08, that's low, man. Yo, you think we coming? Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. So you think we coming way down here? That's a long way to go, man. Before, see, when we crashed in 08, we was only, I think, the Dow was only at 11,000 and we went to 6,000. Well, now we had 26,000 Dow. There's no way we can go down to 6,000. Well, I won't say no way, but that's a long way down, man. I would say at least 50%. So if you would draw a Fibonacci from this low to this high, we could do that real quick. That low to that high. Here's the 50%. I knew it was gonna land right on that right on this consolidation right there. But that's the 50% mark. So yeah, maybe we can come down here. I'm looking at the Qs, by the way. It's all the same. Maybe we can come down. We come down to there. And that's gonna scare a lot of people who lost half their money. Yes, indeed. Okay, so let me show you something to think about. Pull up this. Yeah, here we are. Let's pull up the SPY, S&P 500. Yeah, it's gyrating down here. It's wanting to bounce. I think we're going lower. Wait until the end of the day. That's going to be, wait until the last 10 minutes of this day. Anyway, look at it. Let me clear all these lines out so you can see. This is the monthly on the SPY. We ain't budge. There's no movement. So if you feel that stocks is going lower, it's early. You can still get in. Okay? Look at it. There's no movement. We was only a couple of percentage points, I think 1.5% away from all-time high. Okay, so nothing. It looked dramatic on the 5-minute, maybe the hourly. Nah, this is the monthly. The monthly closes out in 7 days. Nothing. Right? So we don't even got really a huge bearish monthly candle, meaning a good full-size red candle. We're probably about to draw that, but who knows, But so if you really think you want to put some protection on, or you think that the market is going down, it's not too late. It's not. We just getting started. So therefore, maybe exclamation thoughts is kind of right. I won't necessarily say we're going way down there, but I do maybe agree that we can go a lot lower, because it's just getting started, man. This rally, look at that thing. Look at that. It was like incredible. If we just draw a trend line, let's do that. This could also be, oh, come on, I got the wrong one on. Let's just draw it off the bottom of those, yeah, right there. Here we goes that 250 area. This is just SPY, right? 2,500, and we just hitting that trend. We'll be on trend for the last 10 years, and then that's probably that would be a real good time to get in. Even if we go lower, you're probably getting real good prices right there. So Trump, he has the election, so unless he's saying fuck it inside, he might be like fuck it, He has the election. We're real pal. China's economy thrives off of us buying, but so basically, I'm saying both of us have a need to trade, but it might be two hotheads. You know what I mean? But we both have huge to get the deal done. I think we could win the trade war, but it's gonna be a painful one. It's not gonna be like stocks all time high. We win trade war. China's begging on their knees. No, and I think that's what Trump thinks. This has been going on for a long time. And, ever since here, if you look, because I remember it was right around here, that first red bar, that was tariff talk right there. boom, and so then boom, and it was all, we get a deal, we got a deal next month, deal, we're getting a deal. And they were just playing us along for the whole time. And just look, it. I mean, yeah, this the monthly again. There's no movement. It's still early if you want to get in, or put some trades on that we're going low. Okay, VIX is back above 20. Let's look at the. I'm just pulling up the minutes here. Some of the internals for today. Here's the advanced decline line for today. Look, it's at its lows. It was going up, and then boom, right there, man. Oh, lows. People were selling stock. The ticks were incredible. Okay, that's like how many stocks are ticking up versus how many stocks are ticking down. 1,000 ticks are extreme. Let me put it on 5 minutes so it's less. This is today. Here's the extreme, okay? The extreme ticking. And we was hanging down here a lot. We went down to 1341. That's crazy. And we went up. We kind of rebounded. Generally, if you get down here, there's going to be a bounce up. And it looks like it's trying to stabilize, but we'll see how at the end of the day. We'll see what happens. But if you look at the early in the day, it was a bullish day. It looked like we was going to take out the highs. It just did. I was like, oh, okay, wow. They think he's gonna save the day. He never. Every time he talked, by the way, markets are down. And I was like, okay. They like what he had to say. Maybe there will be an emergency rate cut. And something tells me, okay, Powell's like, I mean, not really. We'll low rates, but if there's an emergency rate cut, we can go lower off of that because it just shows this confusion. They just don't know what to do. You got to be calm. You know what I mean? And so sometimes those emergency ones could not necessarily do what. If you remember 2008, it was emergency rate cuts constantly. I think they dropped it from a half and then a whole point, and then they just went straight to zero, and the stocks were still just plunging, and then it finally caught its footing. I think SPY 666 is what a number to bounce on. So compared to the Great, they said you're waiting for 08. Then compared to the Great Depression, did you hear Chase canceled all their credit card debt? No, I didn't hear that. They even returned some of their customers' payments. Wow, they canceled all their credit card debt. What do you mean? Like Chase Bank canceled the debt? Let me see. Chase Bank. I'm just gonna Google Chase Bank, and then credit card. I don't know, credit card. I'm gonna get all kinds of. No, I didn't hear nothing about that. Canceled Canada. Canceled debt. I saw it come up in Canada. Don't pay off debt with loan. No. Chase Bank, part of New York, they closed all credit card accounts in the country in March 2018. That was last year. Originally, customers were told to continue paying their debt, but the company confirmed Friday that the debt was now canceled. Oh, interesting. So what? They took the loss? Chase Bank in Canada forgives all credit card debt for customers. That was August 9th. No, I don't know nothing about that, but that seems weird. They just took the loss? It says Chase declined to say how much debt was forgiven or how many customers were affected. It wasn't immediately clear when they made the decision. So the move, blah, 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 blah. It says Turner still owed more than $4,500. Oh, interesting. That's weird. No, I didn't know nothing about that. Wow. So they even returned some of their customers' payment. Wow. Anyway, I'll sum it up here. Let me pull back the let me get the here, I'll put the ES on the futures. Look at that, we're starting to break lower. We are going to we're gonna break this support. I'm pretty sure we're gonna do that today. I think we'll come down here somewhere and bounce around. Gosh, what I was gonna say. Damn. Oh, Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of end it and see what the hell's going on. But yeah, stocks can't go higher, and even if you don't think stocks are going lower, I could tell you, I could guarantee you this: stocks can't go higher. They can't go higher with this much stuff going on. So that's why I'm gonna wait. You know, I got trades on for it to go lower, but if I didn't, I would just wait until it proves to me it goes higher, meaning it reaches an all-time high or whatever. You know, the distance from here to here, you're not missing nothing. You're not missing nothing. You know, remember when stocks make an all-time high, everyone that bought stocks is in the green. Everyone made money, right? Unless you just because everyone that bought it's an all-time high. So therefore, there's really not a lot of selling pressure, and most likely stocks will continue to go up. You know, so that's why I kind of like that. You know, as a get back in point, and I'm just gonna let this go down. Buy bonds, man. Bonds is let me see what the TLT is doing. Look at that. In the inversion, by the way, that we're talking about, and don't let people say, "Oh, we're good. People's gonna refinance their mortgages and stuff. It's all good." It's not. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. We haven't been here. These things are inverted all over the country, all over the world. And remember, and it's going to invert. It's going to invert. I said that the other day because it's negative all over the world. We're the best place to put money. So you buy out bonds, the price goes up, the yield goes down. It's gonna invert. And there's no Fed. Fed can't do nothing about it. He controls the short-term rates. You know, it's just going to happen. Put it this way. I'm not really good at this, but as long as the negative rates around the world, they're going to keep buying that 10-year, and it's going to go down. It's going to invert unless the other countries around the world, get their rates positive. So, you know, and it just anyway, look at this. Look at this. So it's just so much to worry about. And they was on the radio talking about, you know, on the news the whole week, a quarter point, worry about a quarter point cut. Do you think a quarter point changes this run? I'm going to the monthly. Look at that run. You think a quarter point does something there? That's why Trump was claiming for a whole point. You know, he knows what's going on. This is insane. You know, so things are just not right. And that's what I'm just like, and I'm like, how are stocks going up when this is gold? Things are not right. How? It's they going, you know, they was just creating bubbles. So that's why I'm like plunging. I think the government was holding up the market. You know, I hate to say that, you know, but the plunge protection team keeping it from going down. And I guess there's a lot of selling. They can't really hold it up today, but they're doing a good job because the Dow's only down 460. I mean, look at that. Looking at the monthly, look, there's no movement. Everything it looks good. Anyway, so exclamation thoughts during the next one. I think you wrote, I'm thinking that's a beta trail for some of the quantitative easing that's going on, that's going to try in the U.S. That's quantitative easing that they're going to try. You said, I think that's a beta trail for some of the quantitative easing that they're going to try in the U.S. during the next crisis. They are not going to bail out the banks on the face. That's what I was going to say. On the face, but cancel credit card debt. I think maybe because now I do know that they do have more bullets than people think that the Fed only got the interest rate cut bullets. They can get they're the government. They print the money. They can get as creative as they want. Okay, and just add up more debt. And that's what they've been doing all along. You know, so I do think they have more bullets than the 6 they got. I think what are we at 1.5, almost 2. I think it's like 6 quarter point cuts or something like that. So I'm not worried about necessarily bullets. The thing is going to work. Here's the thing. With the interest rate, with the yield curve inverting, this is how banks make money, okay? They make money with, you know, I might get this wrong. They borrow on the long end or short end and lend on the long end, something like that. But it's inverted, so they can't really make the money like they make traditionally. So not saying that the banks are going to go out of business, but why would the banks continue to loan money when they can't make money They can't make any money. Why am I going to give you $100,000 to buy a house? I can't make any money off of it. So I'm just going to sit on my money and wait for the conditions to change. My balance sheet is good, but I'm not going to make loans to lose money. This is possibly why Chase canceled the debt. They just don't want nobody charging no more shit. They can't make money off of it. Just keep it. Just keep it. We're just going to kind of sit on our hands and wait for this condition to turn. So now if the banks are not making money, nobody's talking about this. I think I'm right, or help me. We can have a conversation. If the banks are not lending money because they can't make money off the money they lend, and the whole world this is a loan, everything is done on debt. That's a 2008 scenario. It was basically the same thing. Just banks, they had bad balance sheets. They was basically broke. They was holding bad shit. So now balance sheets are good, but they're like, hey man, we're not gonna do that loan. They can't make money. So that's what's scary, because it's around the whole world, this negative interest rates. It's everything, So how has it changed? I don't know. But so what I think is the governments are going to have to all talk and get very creative where we're helping each other to get the whole world better again, because it's bad. It's bad out there. You got democracy happening in China, them singing. Man, imagine they come out over the weekend and just start killing 8 people or whatever. Oh my gosh. Get your guns, go to Home Depot, buy wood, board up your house. I mean, it's just going to be ugly. You can't even imagine what's going to happen after that. We got to get involved. It's just going to be, yeah, and that's what they're scared of too. But no, the stocks ain't trading on that. They ain't trading on the possibility of how crazy China can get. They are a communist country, man. And by the way, the people over there, you live in a communist country. If you want democracy, get the hell out of there. Okay, gosh. No, it's not going to happen over there. Anyway, I don't like talking politics. But you said they're not going to bail out. They are not going to bail out. Yeah, you're okay. You didn't put nothing new in there. You said they're not going to bail out the banks. I don't think so. Why? No, I think it was a good thing that they did bail out the banks in 2008, because, it would have been real ugly. I think they had to. This time now we kind of expect it. I think we're in better shape to let one of them fail or whatever, but it will still be ugly. It will be ugly. Ugly. And it changed. These banks are still big, So that's what I'm saying. It's just so many scenarios. It's so much uncertainty out there. There's no way stocks can go higher. So if it is, it's being pumped up by something. I never seen it like this before. This is worse than they was talking credit default swap. That was how it started before. Nobody even know what a credit default swap was. Okay, stocks are gonna go high. And then when they realized, okay, then it just started going down. Next thing you know, Bear Stearns comes out. I think that's what. We're broke. And then it was just crazy. It was crazy. AIG. Oh yeah. Bear Stearns. Hey, yeah, we're broke too. And everybody's just. It was just unbelievable. So I'm looking at the Dow now. Down 486. We're just looking at it. It's continuing to do its thing and go lower. So it looks like it's blowing through that support that I had drawn. I think I cleared it out. Did I clear it out? No. There. Yeah. See, it's right there, bouncing on that line. It went through the Fibonacci right here. It sliced through that like it was not. But that was only the 38 too. Wait a minute. That's the wrong fibs. Forget about it. Anyway, here's that line from the previous low, that Monday. That Monday's low. That was I'm trying to zoom in here. That low right here that happened on August 13th. We're right there, man. It looks like it's bouncing again. So we're going to hang out there. I think by the end of the day, see, it's bouncing off of the low. I think by the end of the day, we slice through it. We slice through that like butter. If not, Monday we gap down and we continue to go lower. So anyway, that's my thing. Hey, exclamation thoughts. Thanks for participating, man. Good conversation. Good conversation. Cause I don't know. Am I crazy? Just you know, I just can't believe Trump came out and right after the Jackson Hole. Did I get that right? Jackson Hole meeting. He comes out with those crazy tweets. America, sell you. What is it? I order you to get out. All right, so I guess if they don't get out, they're going to get hit with some kind of penalty. I don't know. And I order FedEx and UPS to stop, whatever. Okay, he's showing his muscle. This ain't Apprentice, and to say you're fired. But we'll see, man. We'll see what the president can actually do. And see what China, I don't think China has a lot to go on, but, they got some. I think personally, okay, China has a lot of money. And I think China is part of the reason of the GLD. And I also think they are part of the reason why the bonds are going up too. And maybe that's one of their things. But I always thought more pain would be selling our bonds, right? Selling the bonds that they owe. And then I guess yields. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not good with that economy stuff. But they got a lot of our debt. And you're trying to boss around somebody that basically owns us. The borrower is slave to the lender, right? So they own us. And we're talking a lot of shit to them. Look at the TLT all-time high today. Just now, 145.84. Yeah, everything is all is just going wild. This is the 10-year. That was the 20-year. That's the 10-year. And I don't know how to bring up the 2 and all that stuff. And let me tell you something. This is another thing, man. I talked about it real quick. This is oil. If oil goes below 50, this is for the most part, the spot where, I even drew a line. I got a line there. That's basically the spot where a lot of U.S. manufacturers, they can't make money below that. Meaning it costs them more to get the oil and find it and all that stuff than sell it. So what they do is start shutting down wells, laying off people and stuff. And then that could be the chain reaction. You're laying off people and then they don't have jobs and they got to sell their houses and blah, 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 blah. It chain reacts. So nobody's talking about this. We need to keep an eye on this. It's not a good thing that oil's going down. Yeah, it's good. Oh, hey, gas prices are cheap. Hey. But it affects a lot when it breaks 50, this is going to be, and where are we at? 53.40. I mean, we're down 3.5% today. We could easily be down to 50 by Monday or Tuesday. These oil companies, they shut down, especially these small ones, these shale companies. They shut down. Wells are closed. Everybody go home. We fire it back up when it's above 50. So that's a critical point. Look at that support right there, too. This is critical that we don't go below that. So if we go below that, the recession is here. And that's another thing. Oh, the yield curve inverted. This is the bullshit that's on TV. The yield curve inverted. You probably heard it. The 2-10, 3. They keep changing up. Oh, it's a 2-year 10, 2-10, the 3-10. Oh, it's the 3-month 10, whatever. Once it inverts, we got 22 months for the recession. All right, or we got 24 months. That number keeps changing. 18, 24, 22, whatever. Okay, the recession's way out there. But hello, stocks sell off way before the recession comes. When we find out the recession is here, stocks are already crashed or went to this lowest point. So you can't say, 22 months, let's buy stocks. I got 22 months. No, stocks are a forward-looking tool. They look ahead of time. So if they see recession, they start trading recession. They're getting lower. About time we realize it's a recession is too late. Recession is 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP. About time we know that, it's too late. Okay, it's too late for us to do anything. It's just we're there. Stock prices are already down. They don't say recession, sell stocks. No, they down, and then we realize why they down. Oh, stocks went down because we are in a recession. I didn't know that. Anyway, so that's something I don't get when they talk that. It's a lot of propping up the markets on TV and the news and stuff like that. It's just weird. It's like, look at my Twitter, down $1. Remember I said I'm out of Twitter. This was my favorite stock of the year. I'm like, I'm out. It's down $1. I said it wasn't trading right. It's trading way below the market. Let me see, it's 255. And okay, it's trading with the market. The Qs are down 251, 2%, 250. Look at the Qs. Holy shit. Look at this is the monthly. It barely budged. You can short the Qs right now and have a great trade going on. By the way, I'm short like 10 calls on the Qs and 10 calls and 5 call spreads. Look at that. It's at an all-time high, basically. It's correction is 10%. We're not even near a correction yet. So, yeah, stocks can go lower. They can go lower. Oh, man. Exclamation thoughts. They're gonna have to kill the dollar by inflating it and pay all the debt and start a new currency. I wish I could bring up Bitcoin, but I don't know how to do that. They're gonna have to kill the dollar by inflating it and pay all the debt. I guess. I don't know. I'm not good with that whole economics and stuff. I try to talk what I know, but even what I think I know, I probably don't know. But yeah, I mean, they're trying to inflate the economy, but they can't do it. That's why Trump's like, hey man, we're doing good. Lower it by 1%. There's no inflation. Lower it. Let's get it inflated. You know what I mean? But they can't, and Powell's not going along with it. By the way, the Fed doesn't do, I think Powell's not that bad. For at least the past, policy, you don't dictate policy is not over trade wars and things and because this is going bad. And that's what the markets, they want that juice, that punch, right? Oh, well, there's a trade war. We got to lower rates. No. The Fed, he basically monitors inflation. So if inflation goes up, you start raising the interest rates and get the companies and bring it down, because inflation is bad, too much inflation. We need inflation now because it's like really low, because deflation is bad as well. I think I don't know. They keep saying, I thought inflation was hard to bring back down, but deflation is hard as well. It might be harder than inflation. Anyway, so what was I going to say? That's what they're doing. That's what they do. They kind of, hey, check out the inflation, the CPI report. Okay, yeah, we look good. I want to raise rates, lower rates. Not the trade war and tariffs and, trying to help Trump's policy get along. If you want to help Trump, if you want to fix the trade war, or you gotta get to the table and talk. That's how you do it. You fix it that way. You put on the policies for this to happen. That means you can take off the policies. That's how you fix it. Not saying do that, but you got to get to the table and talk. You got to talk. You can't just be like, it's going to be my way or no way because I'm the chosen one. No, you can't do that. That's not how it works. Because, yeah. China can wait you out. They'll wait you out. And let me tell you something. The economy is bad or it's crashing and it's election time. You're out of there. So they can wait that out. They will wait. They're a communist country. They don't care about their people. So they'll wait it out. So you, I think, have a lot of incentive to get back on the table. Anyway, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and end it. That was a good conversation today. And like I said, thank you, exclamation thoughts. I want more interaction. I want to, because when you talk, I can talk more. I'm just talking to myself. There's a little webcam right there, and I'm looking at it, talking. There's nobody in this room. It seems like it, but I need some feedback. Then we can go back and forth. So I really appreciate you getting in there in the comments, man. And let's see what happens Monday. Hey, if you think it's going down to them 2008 lows, you can make a boatload of money. I don't think the VIX is 2065. So look, since I've been doing this, the VIX was at 2030 and then went down below 20. Now I think it's at a high for today. I'll end it with the VIX. Yeah, it's basically at a high of today. Let's pull up the weekly and we just look at these charts over. You can see where the VIX can go to. And I think we go somewhere around here, at least this 25 to 30 range. Draw right in here. I at least see us getting in that gray box to when it's like maybe you should take, go ahead and sell all your puts and take the other side of the trade. But the VIX can get really high. You can see over here it got to 50. Here it got to 35. And that was December, right? Is that December 24th? Yeah, it got to 36 December 24th. We're nowhere near that. Right? So nobody's scared yet. So if that's the case, we have a long way. The market is showing you it can go a lot lower. We're just now putting little waves in there, so look at that. This is 3-4 weeks of increased VIX, I guess, a higher VIX. But yeah, we're just getting started. Look at the UVXY. UVXY is damn, I forget this thing. You gotta really zoom. Where the hell? Yeah, you gotta. Why is it doing that 4,000? Is that the UVXY? It's not a 4,000 stock. Wait a minute. This is just not. Anyway, I don't know why it's showing me the 3,400 when I'm pulling up the UVXY. If I put it on auto. Yeah, anyway, I can't. Look at the volume in there. Look at it's up 15% today. Damn, that's nothing. The VIX is even higher than that. Why is that? The VIX is up 24%. I don't know what's on. Something's wrong with my UVXY chart. Anyway, yeah, so we got some running room. So I showed you the monthly, showing you the VIX. It's just, if we're going down and we continue to go down, we sustain, it's just getting started. So you still have time to hedge or do whatever you need to do. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you're trading good. Hopefully you ain't getting blown out or whatever. You can sell, sit on your hands. Sit on your hands is a position. Doing nothing, having no position is a position. So you can look for good companies if you're in the long haul, 20 whatever years out. You can look for there's some good buys out there, but the thing is they can get cheaper from here, right? I mean, look at Apple. True, a lot of people are saying VIX is the last one because Apple is that China stock. Apple, Nike. Yeah, they down 4%. I think Starbucks. I mean, see, it's Apple, Nike, Starbucks. Because Starbucks, Pizza Hut. Oh no, that's food. But they have a lot of China. Was that? Didn't they split it? Not Pizza Hut. Pizza. Can't even remember. But yeah, let's look at Nike. Nike's only down 3%. But it's heading lower now. These are good buys, man. Just looking at it. That's only down at 1% yield. But if you look at the monthly, it wasn't too long ago, Nike was down here at 60. On here it's 70. So look, there's a level that it could go to, and that's what I'm saying. This is a good buy at 80, but you know what? It can go to 70. So just keep an eye over. Maybe you could pick up some, but it's still sitting out. It's just weird. If we go into recession, a lot of these stocks are going down. That means they're going. And I know we had good reports, but those were in the past, like the Kohl's report, Home Depot. None of that stuff matters. It doesn't matter. We don't care what you did the last 3 months, even though stocks were carrying. I'm sorry. Target was up like 20%. Let me pull that up real quick. Sorry, I just can't. Look at that spike in Target. So if we're in a recession, you think they're going to be all right? No, that's crazy. What are they? They're only down 1.9% today off an earnings report. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, people start to get tight and they're going down, so I don't know. But that's good resilience today, only being down 1.97. And the SPY is down 2. Well, they're right in line, 2.0. All right, so thanks for watching. Go ahead and end it. Let me see. And thanks, exclamation thoughts once again. Cashmatic, I think you're up there. And appreciate everyone for watching. This is Dre Trades. I do this every week, every day. Most likely, I try to at least. But anyway, just keep an eye on, hit that bell, and you'll know when I'm back. Peace. See y'all. Have a good weekend.